martial artist Halle Berry. Her movie is called Bruised. You were at one of these weigh-ins, this UFC weigh-in. What goes on here? Are they distracted by the fact that you're right there?
They didn't even know I was there. That's how intense these ladies are. They are, the fight's the next day. They're doing their, like, mean mugging. They're trying to intimidate each other. You know, it's a whole psychological game that's as important as the physical side. So later, Rose, the next day, she was like, I didn't even know that was you.
Really? Well, that's a heck of a surprise, I guess, huh? You know, I have noticed that there's a difference with the female fighters. There seems to be more affection at the end of a fight between them than there is between the male fighters. Like, the male fighters will come and give a little hug, but, like, a lot of times there's there seems to be real emotion between the fighters when it's over and done.
And I think for women, because we are more emotional, you know, by nature, and I think being a part of a blood sport like this is not something that's normal for women, and we don't, you know, lose our female card because we become fighters. So there is a lot of emotion between women, and I think there's camaraderie that's a little different than men.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Yeah.
So directing this movie, is this something you've been planning for a long time?
No.
No. So this is not something, have you been watching directors and picking up, I'm sure you just do it as a result of being on set, but you haven't specifically been studying the various directors you've worked with to thinking eventually I'm gonna do this? And
sometimes, you know, being in the business now for 30 years, there's no way I can escape watching directors and understanding storytelling and how movies are put together and all the facets that bring it together. So I think my whole career, you arrive at a place where you decide, you know what, I think I can do that. I understand what this is. But what helped me the most was when I got my first movie, Jungle Fever, Spike Lee sort of allowed me to, it's amazing. He sort of allowed me to shadow. Like, I got to learn what all the departments did. I got to understand filmmaking because he said, this is your first movie, and he gave me an opportunity to, like, get in there and really...
On your first movie he did that?
My first movie, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. You were a crackhead in that movie too, right?
Crack hoe.
Crack hoe. I'm so sorry.
Important distinction.
Was that confusing for the people in the various departments that you were going around and, like, learning about what they do?
Oh, no, I was the crack hoe. I was so new then, I could only do method, so I was always the crack hoe.
Oh, really? Even worse for the wardrobe department or whatever. Oh, no, the crack hoe's here. He wants to know, how does Spike Lee look at you and go, she'd make a great crack hoe?
He didn't. As a fact, he said I couldn't be the crack hoe. And I said, but I am the crack hoe. He said, you don't look like a crack hoe. I said, what does a crack hoe look like? He's like, not like you. I said, crack can affect anybody. He said, not you. I said, let me go wash my makeup off and come back and I will show you I'm the crack hoe. You know, came back in, I was the crack hoe. He said, you're right, you're a crack hoe.
What a compliment. Now, you tweeted something a couple weeks ago when we're speaking about some of the movies from your past. You tweeted because apparently Catwoman now, people are watching Catwoman for the first time in a long time and going like, hey, we really like Catwoman. So you tweeted, I'm seeing all the Catwoman love, everybody. Where were you guys 17 years ago? And this is...